Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon. This back here, that's Bernard. He's my October co-host. And today I've got another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. This book comes out later this month, I think the 28th. And it's called My Husband Next Door by Slater. Goodreads tells me I've read from this author before, and when I looked it up, I do recall reading that book, and I enjoyed it. So I was happy when someone reached out and asked if I wanted to read this one. And it was good. It was good, you guys. It's a thriller, for sure, like sort of a domestic thriller, as the title might suggest. It's about this woman named Sylvie. She's 45 years old. And for the past, I think, 4 years, she's been married to this man named Matt, who lives a few doors down. Now, before we get any further into that review, let me just tell you that I am unreasonably bothered by the fact that it's called My Husband Next Door and the cover depicts them living next door, when in fact he lives 2 doors down. I don't know why, but I'm like, why? Like, I get it for the cover's sake. It looks cooler to have, like, them side by side. But anyway, he lives 2 doors down. And it's a system that has worked for them, you know? Some people think it's unconventional, of course, but they don't. They like it. They both like having their own space. They spend lots of time together. They're crazy about each other. But at the end of the day, they both go home to their own spaces. Sylvie's got a daughter named Jess, who's like 20, I think. And she is pregnant. She's getting ready to have her first child. And in the town that they live in, women are going missing. And so that's really got tensions high. And, you know, Sylvie's worried for her daughter, and it's hit a bit too close to home. So we've got that going on. While that's going on, we also meet Brenda. She just moved in across the street, and she's a former nurse. She's like older, in her 60s, and she's incredibly, how would you describe Brenda? She's incredibly involved in her neighbors' lives. She really wants to insert herself. So when she gets the chance, she does so, and she becomes very enmeshed in Sylvie and Jess and Matt, that's the husband, in their lives. And so then, of course, throughout the course of the story, you're wondering what's happening to these girls, who's taking them. And that's where the thriller aspect comes into play. And all of these people are somehow involved. Now, let me tell you, first of all, I think it went a little long. I feel like it could have been a little shorter, and it would have been a little less repetitive in some parts. That's number one. Number two, I guessed who done it very early on. I thought it was incredibly obvious. And then once the big reveal came, I was like, oh, I was right. Which is okay. It's okay. I still enjoyed the act of reading it, and it kept me on the edge of my seat turning those pages. And, you know, it's okay to sometimes, be able to figure out the twist before you get to it. Because, as I've said before on this channel, a good writer will be able to put the breadcrumbs there so you can figure it out. I appreciate that more than when a writer just kind of pulls something out of the blue and you're like, huh? So, that said, I feel like I figured it out too early, and I was a little disappointed this time that I was right. But yeah, like I said, kept me turning the pages. I enjoyed it greatly, despite my grievances with the cover. Which, that's just me. That's a very silly thing to get hung up on. But yeah, if you're looking for a good thriller, something that, keeps it moving, and, the way it's paced is good. Aside from, like I said, a little long, so a little repetitive in parts. But, like, the pacing and keeping you going, it's definitely there, and it's definitely good. Yeah. So I think it's going to get a 3.5 from me. A 3.5 or a 4. I enjoyed it. We'll definitely read from Slater again in the future. And yeah, I guess that's really all I got for you here today without saying too much, you know. So now I'm about to go and start the Ghostwriter by Julie Clark, which is this month's members only book club pick. So that'll be the next video you see from me. It's Wednesday. Maybe there'll be something else in between, but coming up soon, you'll see the vlog for the Ghostwriter. And then, yeah, and then that will announce the next book club selection. That's a mouthful. The next book club selection. So if you want, you can join and become a member and discuss the book with us. And just have some fun. Have some fun. You can join the members if you go to my channel. I think you have to do it on a computer. If you go there, you'll see the option to join, and you can join and have fun with us. So I'm going to go start that book now and leave you be, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, guys.